sit down, grab a snack and get locked and loaded because I'm about to answer all of your burning CIMA case study exam questions. The CIMA case study exam can be quite a scary one, especially if it's your first time sitting a case study exam. I've been getting a lot of questions recently from students about the format and the best ways to pass it, and so I thought I'd break down the exam and then break down my tips for doing this in a part 2 for this video. So let's get started on part 1, which is all about demystifying the case study exam. Let's kick things off with the basics. So we have a case study exam at the end of the operational, management and strategic levels. And there are sit-ins for these different exams in February, May, August and November. These exams are all about testing your analysis skills, testing the sort of skills you'll use actually as an accountant. It's essentially getting you to apply all the technical knowledge you've learnt to a business scenario. And this business scenario will be a fictional one, and it will be laid out in a pre-seen document that will be released to you a few weeks before the exam. All of the exams are essay-based and 3 hours long. In the OCS and the MCS, there'll be 4 questions to answer, whereas in the SCS, there will only be 3. So you're going to have to take on a new persona. It might sound slightly weird at first, but really it's not too bad once you get into the swing of it. You've got to pretend that you're an accountant at this fictional organisation. So let's talk about a really burning question people often ask me, and that is, what's the pass mark? Well, unfortunately, I can't give you a straight answer for that because there is no pass mark. What CIMA does is it marks all of the exams it gets and then ranks them all and then picks a certain point where it feels that it's just on the line of a pass. The first passing script is given a score of 80, and everyone who falls below that passing script who gets 79 or lower, well, unfortunately they fail. The total number of marks you can get in the end are 150, and so I'm sure you're wondering now, well, surely I can give you a kind of rough percentage of what people tend to need to get to pass, and I can. It's 60%, which is a little bit lower than the OT exams, but it is still definitely difficult. It's not easy just because it's a slightly lower percentage. So let's quickly break down the 3 levels and the sorts of things you're going to be tested on in each level. So at the operational level, you're going to need to compare budget information, costing information, and analyse a company's financial performance using financial and non-financial measures. Moving on to the management level, you're going to need to evaluate different ways to add value to the business, implement decisions from the senior management staff, and manage performance and costs to aid value creation. Finally, onto the strategic level. Here you need to develop business strategy, evaluate the business ecosystem and environment, and recommend what type of financing strategy you would suggest. This is just kind of an overview of some of the things you commonly might get examined on at these 3 levels. Well, that concludes part 1. Keep your eyes peeled for part 2, where I'm going to completely break down and explain the precinct to you. Check out the link in the description, as well as the rest of our videos in the Astranti website for more great accounting information.